I would say that my very best experience of leading someone to the Lord was on the last trip that I was on. And we were in Arkansas somewhere, like fields and, country. And while I was there by myself setting the Bibles up, I looked up and I was like surrounded by a bunch of very tall young boys, men, college students, and they all wanted the Bible. And so I made a mass explanation, showed them a verse. I mean, they're a captive audience. They want what you have. And then I handed it out to them, and they moved away, and another group moved in. And right about that time, the boy on the very end by me, he said, "Ma'am, could I ask you a question?" And I just kind of forgot about the Bibles and the table and the other guys, and I just said, "Yeah, what's your question?" And he said, "How do you know that you're saved? How do you know that you're saved?" And I said, "Well, do you not know that you're saved?" And he said, "Well, I'll tell you this. I pray all the time, and I ask the Lord, Lord, show me that I'm saved, and show me what you want me to do. Do you want me to go to school? Do you want me to get a job?" And he never answers me. And he said, I get down on my knees. And he said, just this last week, I was down on my knees, and I was asking the Lord to show me something, anything. And I saw a big doorway, and the doors were open, and God was inside, and he was saying, "Come in, Trey, come in." And I said, "Did you go in?" And he said, "No, I was scared to go in." And I said, "Have you ever just said, Lord, come into me, come inside of me?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Would you like to?" And he said, "Ma'am, with my whole heart, I would like to." And so we just stepped aside from the table, and he prayed everything that I prayed. I just kept praying everything I could think of. We were both crying. It was very intense. It's hard to explain the feeling. I mean, you love them, You could feel him getting saved. I don't know how else to explain it. And then when we stopped, he looked up and he said, "Ma'am, he came in." And I said, "I know." And he said, "And you know what else? I went through the door." And I said, "I know."